See if your mind can conceive it, and you can believe it. If you got the passion, then you can
I read this book, Hip Hop America, found a nugget in there, read it, applied it, and I thought, you know what? There's me. I had my hat turned on backwards, didn't know how to dress up. You know what? I used to cut the collars off the shirts at ORU and have a tie permanently on so I could wear it underneath my jersey just to pass the dress code. That's where I was at in life. You know, kind of crazy. But I thought I could apply that principle. And Russell Simmons started Def Jam, and he basically started the first rap label, rap music. And what he did is he went around New York City promoting dances for or events for $5 a ticket and with flyers. And I thought I could do the same thing and pay my way through college. My family's having a hard time supporting me. So I started these things called the episodes. And that's a picture of me on the chair yelling at people. We'd pull 500 to 600 people per dance at the Marriott Hotel every quarter. And we'd have the episode, the next episode, this, that. And it was a themed dance party, and that's how I paid my way through ORU, which is not cheap because Richard Roberts spends a lot of money. Next slide, here we go. Then at college, my best friend Mark died. I've known the guy since I was 1. He was my roommate in college. It really just, was like a 2x4 to the groin. It was not a good experience. Then I was dating this beautiful woman, Vanessa, who's my wife now. And Mark, right before he passed away, he died in a car accident, so we didn't know he was going to pass away. But the summer before I got engaged, he said, Clay, you're only going to live once, man. You got to ask her. If you know she's the one, just ask her. Worst case scenario, you get engaged, you get married, and you die young. Worst case scenario, you tried, And Mark always lived that way. So when he died, we got engaged to Vanessa, and we got married. I was 20, she was 19. We didn't have any kids on the way, contrary to popular American beliefs today. And I wrote a song called Money Cometh, I Goeth, a parody about Richard Roberts, and it got me kicked out of college. There it is. You go on to YouTube and you type in DJ Clavis, and you can listen to it. DJ Clayvis. It's really funny. It's a parody rap song. And basically, I got kicked out of ORU, but I won a loyal nation of 2,000 students who love me. They still love me because it's true. He got kicked out of ORU recently. So have you guys read about that? So basically, I got kicked out before he got kicked out. For other people know why he's going to get kicked out. But I gained a loyal following, and out of my apartment, I thought, I want to eat. I need to eat, need to stay fed. So this DJ thing has to become serious. I started doing the DJ thing full time. And again, backed into it. Maybe a divorce forces you to have to do something. Maybe it's getting kicked out of college. I don't know what it is, but I'm telling you, there's always an opportunity lying on the other side there. Basically, my best friend was killed, got kicked out of college, got married, all in 1 year. And the life lesson is, our time will never be just right. We must act now. If you're going to go on a diet, now. Let's do it today. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to call the best friend and repair that relationship we really screwed up last New Year's Eve, we want to go ahead and fix that now. If you have a brother, sister, cousin, somebody that you need to fix that relationship with, now is the time to do it. Next slide, please. There we go. So I decided to move to Minnesota and save up some money so I could buy my first DJ system. Didn't have any financial, family help there, but I got $10 an hour for 40 hours, time and a half, up to 60, double time after 80. So I signed up for 80. There we were. And I worked the night shift as a home health aide because I was on call, but there was a very inactive resident population, so I could sleep on the job. So I had about 100 hours a week on the clock. And my life lesson I learned was digging holes, cutting rebar, and pouring concrete is not what I want to do. I learned that. Hopefully that applies to you guys as well. Taking orders from large guys who don't speak English is also not something I like to do. So next one, let's go. All right, there we go. So my byproduct was I ended up being very physically fit. There I was, the flex-off competition in our dorm. People were like, man, you're huge. How'd you get so big? I lift heavy things for a living and take orders from big guys who can't speak English. Next slide, here we go. Then I did all these crazy jobs to fund the DJ connection. I worked at Impact Productions, went to Oklahoma State, worked at Target, worked at Faith Highway selling evangelism commercials to churches, worked at Applebee's, and that was not a good experience. Then I went to, my wife worked at Office Depot, and then I somehow completely fabricated my way into an internship at tax and accounting software, even though I wasn't studying accounting. But for my business, I figured I had to learn it somewhere. So I just told them I was thinking about exploratory studying it, code from kicked out of college. That's how I got the job. So anyway, sorry, you shouldn't lie, but it worked. I'm just being real, okay? And that was kind of my magnificent obsession. That's how I funded the business. Move on to the next slide, please. Anyway, I worked at Faith Highway. That guy grilling now, he's my boss. He's retired. He's about 32 years old now. He's a multi-millionaire. His wife and him made money selling Arbonne, the skincare stuff. And there he is grilling. There he is grilling. That's all he does now. He just grills. That's his thing. And but anyway, he made me read a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. In this book, if this makes sense, I personally, but I'm going to take this thing off here. There we go. Okay. I personally believe that previous to that book, I was this motorboat that did not have a rudder, if this makes sense. I have a lot of gas. I've got a lot of energy. I've got a lot of torque. I got it all. But I have no idea where I'm going. I had no idea where I'm going. I'm going there fast, but I don't know where I'm going. That's where I'm going. So this book was the map for me. And this book changed my life. I named my son after the